is a bad term because it really has to do with where we position ourselves from a capital market standpoint. Where do we get the best reception to a market that needs to provide financial resources to the financing of the group going forward? And that's a decision that the board needs to make, and it will hopefully make it on January the 29th. It is a phenomenal success story. I think it's, when you look back to the dark days of 2009 and you look at where we are today, for those of you who are old enough to remember the 2008 and 2009 auto show, and if you came here and you could actually smell the stench of death on the stands, and if you go out there today, that is the last thing that will pop into your mind, because we are looking at a completely different world, a world where at least 2 of the 3 American participants went through a near-death experience. And they've come back in a vibrant way with renewed leadership and a renewed emphasis on product. There's not a single guy out there, to be perfectly honest, and I include my colleagues at Ford and General Motors, who would today be ashamed, embarrassed, feel inadequate in matching the quality of the vehicles that come out of the United States against anybody from the competitor class, regardless of origin. You know, this has been a 5-year travel, which has had phenomenal results. And, you know, we should count our blessings. The experiment has worked. I think we need to protect what we've got now. We can't screw it up. We can't come back to the ill-advised commercial practices of pre-2009, you know, things that led to the demise of the auto industry in the past. I think we have to learn from everything that's happened in the past and build from what we've got today. Today is a good day. It's the final confirmation of the fact that the experiment worked. We didn't end up with we didn't deliver Frankensteins at the end. These are real life people. They walk. Lazarus has risen. Count our blessings and move it on from here. No. There's a brand new portfolio of products that's coming out of Alfa Romeo that you will see in 2015. I made the comment to the Italian press this morning. We need to go back to the DNA of Alfa. The DNA of Alfa is relatively clear. I made incredibly lightweight, incredibly good-looking cars that have phenomenal engines, and we need to go back to give you that choice. So let us work quietly.
But where will we get them? Will you have Alfa Romeo dealerships? Will I go to
You'll
a Chrysler dealership?
You'll have an Alfa Romeo dealership to buy from. We're going to be, let me deal with the most contentious part of what you said, which is redesigning the Wrangler. That's a term that I've forbidden for usage inside the house. I think redesign the Wrangler is the riskiest thing you could do. So if you're talking about substantially upgrading the Wrangler to reflect the advancement in technology that we've had since its original launch, the answer is yes. If we take away any of the capabilities of the Wrangler, I think we'll kill that product. We got to be able to do 2 things. One, bring about a substantial lightweighting of the vehicle, because we got to take some weight out. And secondly, we got to improve its powertrain capabilities so that it can do a variety of things with the rest of the powertrain story that we have within the Fiat Chrysler world. And in the process, I think we'll update design and style, but without touching the fundamental elements of the Wrangler. You got to be very, very careful. You can update it, but you can't change it. If you take the nature of the Wrangler out, you'll kill it. Certainly the know-how, capability, and willingness of the combined Fiat Chrysler entity to bring diesel to the U.S. is here. We know it, we understand it. Fiat in its history was a big developer of diesel. We'll see whether we get traction in the market. I like the technology. I like it very much. Certainly the know-how, capability, and willingness of the combined Fiat Chrysler entity to bring diesel to the U.S. is here. We know it, we understand it. Fiat in its history was a big developer of diesel. We'll see whether we get traction in the market. I like the technology. I like it very much.